It's a good topic, man. I'm feeling good about it. It happens. It
Mm-hmm.
happens. Y'all, welcome to another edition of the Elite Mancast, man. Wednesdays at 8:30, man. Y'all tune in and tell a friend. You go over there to YouTube, like, subscribe, and share over there so
Yes,
we can
sir.
get this thing jumping and bumping. Y'all know the slogan. Yeah, man. Making things happen out of nothing, man. That's what we do in this world, man. But tonight, man, we talking about a topic. I know some of us has felt this way about certain things. It may not be an everyday occurrence, but at one point or another, we may have or we may not have because just depends on how you look at the situation, man. But survivor's remorse, man, is something that we really need to keep paying attention to because they could lead to depression. It could lead to suicide. It could lead to something that's way more major than just the feeling of the guilt. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, tonight that's what we're talking about. We have it going on. So, we got Dr. Love, Buddy Love in the building, and we got Mr. Michael. So, man, you know
Okay.
what we're doing. Y'all go ahead. Come on, Dr. Love, start us off with a little something good, man.
I want to say I had a bit of a first off, good evening, everyone. But survivor's remorse. All my friends in college, they was having kids while we were supposed to be doing our thing, and I survived it. I didn't have any. So it's like, sorry, niggas, that's on your body. But later on, I decided to go ahead and pop a couple of them out. But yeah, I survived that era, the hot boy era.
The hot boy.
So yeah, but nah, seriously though, survivor's remorse. Because the only reason I was thinking about the topic because I know a lot of people that was in the military. I wasn't, but they come back and they feel guilty behind, friends they lost, the women they lost, different things like that. I'm like, damn, I feel sorry for you. I can't relate to it, but I mean, I just catch them sometimes, just like staring off and just uttering things that don't make sense to me. Mike could probably be able to elaborate on it because he was in the military, but y'all need to get some damn help when y'all come out because that shit crazy. I'm
Right.
working around somebody and it's like I drop a skillet and then he jumped. I'm like, bruh, like it's real.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Therapy is definitely necessary.
Yep. This is so true.
Yeah.
But survive. Were you finished, Dr. Love?
Oh, I'm finished. Go
I
ahead.
usually wait for you to tell me to go ahead, but
Let's try
but
to appreciate your elders. Go ahead.
survivor's remorse. We joke a lot, but survivor's remorse is not something to laugh about. And sometimes it's called survivor's guilt, and often it
Mm-hmm.
comes from a traumatic event in which you survive, but somebody else doesn't. And it's the guilt, shame, or emotional conflict a person feels because of it. So it's basically a psychological attempt to make sense of the senseless or the illogical assumption of responsibility for things outside of your control. So
Mm-hmm.
when a person says it should have been me, it's the brain's attempt to restore order to chaos. So this is what we're going to be talking about tonight. So let's get to it, get deeper.
Man, I'm telling you. And you can see that in people who, when we were children, it's always like my first uncle passed away. It was like, man, I couldn't, it was just like he was my father, because he took me riding in the car. He used to have an old 88 with some booming system. You're a teenager, you riding around in the booming system with the 30s and Vogues
Hmm.
on it. You feel like you the man. You ride by all your friends and stuff. And then when he
Yep.
passed, man, I was just like sad for real. But you know, you start to realize, man, everybody's in this world. You can only you never get out alive. So you gotta make sure you live to the fullest with that dash in the middle. So man, it's like
Right.
that right there. But you have to realize, man, everything that we talk about on this show, it's always you have to be aware of your mindset. You have
Yeah.
to keep your mindset at a place to where it knows what's going on. It knows when to grow. It knows when to stop. you have to make sure, because a lot of us, we on autopilot, not realizing that our day-to-day, we get up, we go to work, we come home, we cook, we sleep, we get up, we go to work, we come home. It's the same thing. So when you having these type of feelings about guilt about something that you feel like, man, I wish it was me instead of them, or I wish, I wish it wouldn't have happened like that, or thinking that you can change a past event is out of your mind.
Yeah.
So that's like when I look at, we do these research up on these topics and things like that, man, you find yourself in a deeper spiritual place, because I believe it's spiritual, because a lot of these things that we speak about, it takes you deeper into a dive, takes you to a deeper dive and looking into yourself, man.
Right.
You see the things that
Absolutely.
you're doing that you've done wrong. You see the things that you correct on. You see the things, but you also have to be around the people who's going to help you grow out of that past.
Right.
Because you can have that guilt in you to where it's like, and then they start talking about it. Now y'all trauma bonded on an old situation to where that situation can't change no more. You can't do nothing but honor that situation, love it, and keep it pushing.
Yeah.
Because if we get into that guilt stage, and now nothing is going to go right in your day-to-day life, because you cannot get past the one situation that has taken control of everything that you do.
Yeah.
So we just, I like this topic, brother, and it's like we really need to pay more attention to the people who are depressed. Pay attention, like we was talking about last week, depression, functional depression. And it's amazing the information we came up with, because it's like, I feel like I was functional depression. You work a lot, you work a lot, you keep your mind up out of the society. It's like, so, I like this one too, man. It's gonna be some good stuff we find out here.
Yeah, it's kind of like when I was young and dumb, and I tried to unalive myself. I tried to unalive myself, but I made it through. But then a couple of more people that I knew of that was going through similar situations, and they not here no more. And it's like, well, damn, we did the same. It's kind of like if I was to get in a car wreck and you was to get in a car wreck, one of us passed. Like, damn, or you riding with a friend and then one of y'all died. Like, so I was totally understand that. But I didn't realize how serious it was, because they have so many cases of it, so many titles for it. Like you said, survivor's guilt, things like that. It gets deep.
Yeah. It's almost a version of PTSD. It's similar to PTSD, actually, because you keep reliving. It gets to a point where you keep reliving that event over and over. You can't get away from it.
Yeah.
And
you probably go through survivor's remorse every day, Mike, because knowing that the hair on your head died off, but your beard's still holding on. Like, we all came in together.
Hey.
What you still doing here?
Well, actually, the hair came first. The beard came later. So it actually makes sense. I just hold on to what I can. I got to hold on to what I can, bro.
They came to that fork in the road, and one of them just went straight. Like, hey, we good here.
Oh, man.
Yep. Hey, but the beard is holding true and holding steady. So we're going to make it. We're going to make it. So now, let's talk about some common situation where it actually appears. Because a lot of things people realize, like a car wreck or something like that, but it says in combat or military experiences, car accidents, natural disasters, violent crimes or assaults, mass shootings and tragedies, serious illnesses, childhood trauma, or abuse. And this especially if you have a younger sibling, because the older one is like, yo, you try to protect the younger ones, that runs deep. So
that or like a parent that outlives their kid, or
organ
situations, because being an organ donor, if something happened to you, then it's like, okay, well, she can have my heart, or give my kidney or my lungs to her. And it's like these, like I said, it's a lot to digest when it comes to that, because I'm not sure how I feel, but maybe because I've never been through it. But like if I was to lose somebody and then they're an organ donor, so it's like you see these movies and TV shows where it's like, okay, well, we're going to visit Susan. She has my daughter's heart. So it's like, oh, okay.
Hmm.
So I mean, feels good at the time, but damn.
Right. And you see
True.
it a lot off into the teenage girls too, man.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's a big topic. You should always check on your daughters. Your sons as well, but your daughters are more emotional at that time of getting periods and things like that. So
Hmm.
they always asking why, why me? Why did I have to be the, you know what I'm saying? Because it's all brand
Yeah.
new. So
Yeah.
that's when you really have to keep their mental at a state of, hey, explain everything. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I think I failed at with my youngest daughter, because I was in and out of her life, not steady like I was with the rest of my girls. But and crazy part, she was with me more, but I didn't even take the time to explain to her. And then her mother
Hmm.
was out, working and doing a lot, so it was like we was just wasn't in alignment with our youngest daughter, to where she had got to that depression stage. Nobody likes me. No, I don't fit in, and I'm not like them, or so it was like trying to keep her mental straight, but in a
Hmm.
world that we not even familiar with.
Right.
So we have to do the research. Then we start taking her to therapy every week. I mean, every 2 weeks, and just to to check the therapist to say bring her in and see how she's feeling. Keep her levels at a calm space. So now she's an artist, so she draws all the time. She has new characters all the time, and things like that, man. So I just I really believe that it could turn into a depression state if we don't pay attention. So if you're not,
Yeah.
like I say, man, always check your kids' mental, even because of social media. You know, oh,
Hmm.
I see these girls have this and I don't have that, and now it's like it turns into from I wish it was me, until the point of now they just looking around trying to figure life out, like why, and
Right.
and sometimes we don't have the answer. Even as parents, we want to have all
Sure.
the answers for our children, but sometimes we have to really step back and be like, okay, let me find some professional help,
Right.
you know.
Yeah. It's like that. And it says in research of one of the questions is why it happens.
Mm-hmm.
And it explains it as the mind's search for meaning because guilt becomes a way to create a sense of control. So you start saying, I should have done something, or to honor the loss, like I
Mm-hmm.
owe them, or to
Mm-hmm.
navigate the trauma, or make sense of randomness. And
Mm.
the thing is, you can't make sense of something that a random act. But we as humans, we have this thing. If anything happens, you want to look for somebody to blame. So if you can't find nobody to blame, you turn your fingers, everything inward. So you start blaming yourself. Well, I should have done this. I could have, if I had have just said that, or maybe this would happen. But there's just no rhyme or reason to why some things happen. A lot of Christians say, "Oh, it was God's will." Could have been, but then
Mm.
it could have just been it was their time. That's one
Right.
thing that I've learned while I was in the military and after. I've been in enough near-death experiences to know when it's your time, it's your time. And no matter what you do, you gone. And that's what people say. Well, if you go to the doctor, you get them there fast enough, they can revive you. But there comes a point when they can't revive you. And if it's your time, they're not going to be able to revive you anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, what most people have to understand is life goes on. Once, I mean, a person dies, that's just the end of their story.
Right.
But if you survive, you got to keep on to the next chapter. So what do? You stay stuck because you can't move forward because somebody else is gone. It's unhealthy and it is it's really a thing that leads to severe depression and to the fact that you could commit suicide, or you start drinking, using drugs,
Mm.
going out random sex, just being totally reckless
What's wrong with
because you're
Irresponsible.
random
trying to
sex?
make reason. Hmm?
I said, what's wrong with random sex?
Not a thing. If you're doing it
Yeah,
because it's what you want to do, but if you're
Okay.
yeah,
doing it to hide a problem or to run from the problem, basically,
right.
because all you're doing is putting a band-aid on a bullet wound.
Yeah,
It ain't going to help.
not at all.
So you got to face the problem, which is why you're feeling this way, and realize you don't have the control that you think you have. Because
Yeah,
it basically boils down to a person saying, well, if I had done this, you don't have that kind of power. It's
right.
no matter what you would have done. If two people are sitting in a car together in a head-on collision, one could end up in a coma for a few months and survive, the other die instantly. So what are you going to say? Well, why did God take them and not me? A lot of
Mm.
people do, but the fact is, he didn't take you because it wasn't your time to go. You still have
Yeah,
a purpose to fulfill. That's
yeah,
why you're still here,
Yeah.
meaning you have to move forward, not
yeah.
stay stuck where you are.
Yeah. I remember one time I was walking across the street and it was, I don't know, it had to be like maybe 11:30. Sometime at night, it was dark as hell. But anyways, I'm on my phone, not paying attention or whatever. I'm about to walk across the street and well, I'm in Louisiana, so it's like right down Blue Bonnet. I mean, it's like the interstate cuts off right there or whatever. So I didn't hear nor see this truck, and it was an avalanche. That thing had to be
Mm,
going like 70 or 80 miles an hour down the road. And I was about to walk across the street. It's like,
Mm.
mm.
damn. And I
Just
mean,
like that.
yeah, stuff happen to people all the time. I'm just like, man, shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, so man, but it's like we have to, learn how to start. We have to become our own therapists, I feel.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say
yeah,
I feel, I'm gonna say I know. Because I promise you, if we're not doing the work on ourselves, we're gonna continue these cycles. You know what I'm
hmm
saying? What's going on, brother Curtis? Would you say that's where it is, losing control of something you thought you had control over? Yeah, that's true.
yeah,
Yeah, man. And that's, a lot of times we really feel like we're in control. But like I say, once you're living on autopilot, you're steady just doing the normal. You're not even thinking anymore. You know what
right.
I'm saying? And it's like, hey man, I ain't got to think about driving with my knee. I can be eating,
Hmm.
I can be eating my food while I'm driving with my knee, looking at lanes. And it's like you see so much of that going on now. You see everybody on Facebook or on their phones while they're driving
They be
because
trying to go
they're
Right.
live
so
while they driving.
comfortable. And then
Yeah.
as soon as somebody dies in the car or somebody gets killed in the car accident, oh man, I shouldn't have been on my phone. Oh, I shouldn't have did this. And it's like, a lot of times, man, we in this day and age where the phone is that's your biggest distraction.
Yeah.
So the real thing is, like we always say, in any situation that we speak about, you got to be in the right now. You got to stay in. Jim Rohn said it best: if you at work, be at work, and if you at the
Yeah.
beach, you at the beach. You can't
Hmm.
collide the two worlds because you're gonna always be having your mindset is never gonna be in full attention of what you're doing. Like I got this guy working with me at times, and I can tell him something, and 2 minutes later he do the opposite thing. I say, bro, if you're gonna be at work, you gotta be here, bro. If not, you can catch an Uber
Mm.
home or whatever you gotta do to get to the house. Because I need you here right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't want to make the mistake of, I don't want you to make a mistake, and then now I'm feeling guilty because I done allowed you at this job site.
Right.
When I know your mind is not even in the proper setting to be here.
Hmm.
You going through it with your girl, or you want to drink, or you need something to smoke, and it's like, bro, nah, we can't do that. Not at this job. When you get
Right.
off, whatever you want to do. But I didn't want to
Hmm.
feel guilty because he made a mistake and I brought him on. You know, that's basically what I'm saying about that. But yeah, man, we
Yeah.
learn how to cope with this stuff, man, by like goes back to the everything like I was saying about acknowledging the feelings instead of pushing them away. You gotta acknowledge everything that you feel in your body.
Hmm.
You have to acknowledge everything that you feel in your heart when you have feelings for people and you know and things ain't going right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with, you know, coming to grips and be like, hey man, you know what? This is no longer serving me, so I can't even hold on no more. And I
Yeah.
can't feel guilty about it.
Right.
Yeah, that
You
was
know?
actually next on my list. Social and economic disparity, where
Uh-huh.
where you outgrown a situation. This is not me no more.
Right.
And it's
Hmm.
like then you look back at the people that you used to hang and do all this stuff with, and it's like, well, damn. They want to look at you like you bougie and you done moved on, or now you're better than them. It's like, yeah, I'm not because it's hard for me not to be truthful with them. Like, I am better than you, but it's like, not only am I better than you, but I'm better than the old me. So
How
I can
about
sit
that?
there
Right.
and allow myself
That's
to
the
That's
feel
main
it.
thing.
guilty because I
Yeah.
done moved on. Like, y'all still out here in New York on the block. Like,
Yeah.
I'm in Louisiana. I own the block. Like,
Right.
it's different now.
Yeah, we're not the same. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
not the
Right.
same. Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's
You
it's
grow
it's
apart.
hard, man, when you outgrow somebody that you really love, you know. And
Yeah.
it's hard, you know, because there's so many scenarios with this topic, man, because it's like, you know, it's just not always about death. It's always about when somebody's dead that's living.
Yeah.
They're in that
Right.
still bracket. You know what I'm saying? They still, like you say, they still on the block. They still going to the
Hmm.
club. They still, you know what I'm saying? You got them type of people to where you can't have that survivor's remorse or that survivor's guilt behind because it's like, hey, man, we got choices out here. You can
Yeah.
choose to listen to the same information, do the same activities, keep doing the same way of living, or you can go ahead and say, "Hey, man, let me read this book. Let me see what I can get up out of this book." Because if you keep on just looking at programs, that's what you're becoming. That program, you're
Yeah.
becoming in that whole realm of thinking. That's what you like. I like drama. I like action movies, or I like, you know, whatever the case is that you keep watching through that vision. Or I don't do. That's why I love YouTube now because I don't watch. I listen. I'm
Hmm.
listening to the Napoleon Hills, the Bob Proctors. I'm listening to the Howie. What's that boy? Howie Lowe. Oh
Mm.
man, y'all gotta watch
On
his show.
YouTube,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
Howie Low.
yeah. Howie
How
Lowe
low?
and Jay Chetty.
Mm.
These
Oh
these
yeah,
these guys here, man, they got some programs, bro. Man, they got some stuff on their shows, man. That's gonna put you way past your peers, bro.
oh yeah, Jay
You,
Shetty, like his different skits that he have. I'm like, some real life situations.
yeah,
Hmm.
man. And y'all know my guy Joe Dispenza. That's my dude. I love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I listen to him a lot
Yep.
now
Yep.
because of you. Actually, the world is life. Yeah. Listen to that all the time. But getting back into the subject. What's that say?
Now he was speaking
I
about
said, what's the
how he
question?
got a friend. Whenever he see him, they just talk about the same old street. They talk about what they did on the block. Man, you know, hey
Hmm.
man, you remember? And it's like, bro, I don't want to be remembering, man. I don't want to remember nothing else. But you stop
Right.
giving me something to remember. Can we get out
Right.
of there? Yeah, can we leave that where it is?
Yeah.
Slim, what is
Move
up?
on.
Yeah,
'Cause
man.
life goes on. You can't stay stuck. That's the problem. Yeah. And if they want to stay there, you got to. But then why feel guilty about somebody having the same information, the same possibilities and chances, but they don't want to take advantage of it?
But you know what, too,
Can't
bro?
feel guilty.
I want to say this too, man. Just because you get a new car and a new house does not mean that you have grown. Those are what
No,
things that
not at all.
adults do, man. That's an adult thing. That's not a
Hmm.
I'm better than you thing. That's somebody, your mind can still be on the block.
Mm-hmm.
I done
Right.
seen many of the dope boys get brand new everything, but their
Yeah.
mindset has not grown. They still talking about going to sell some dope. Bro, you just went and spent your money on cars and houses, and you could have bought a business. Now, you know what I'm saying? Transfer that
Hmm.
information that you got. but they done bought the car, the house, and they still got a bunch of dope in the house. And it's like, where your mind at? You still on that. There's no growth in there.
You're right.
We have to learn to turn our negatives into the positives at some point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it's what it is, man. And a lot of us, we know somebody. If it's not us, we know somebody who just will not. Man, you can't tell me nothing. I ain't listening to that, or I don't do that. That's your thing. Hey, it might be my thing, but if I got some great information for you, hey, can I share it with you? And if you that blind to the new information, I know I'm in the wrong place.
Yeah. Exactly.
You cannot feel guilty about outgrowing people. You can't. If they don't want to grow, fuck them.
Exactly. Leave them where they at.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm on
got
that.
to go.
I'm not
to leave
doing
them
the
where they at.
same things. I got people talking about, man, you ain't celebrating Christmas and you ain't I said, bro, I'm tired of that. We giving our money away to somebody who does not pour back anything that I pour my money into. I'm best to get a return off of it. I'm living like the boys, the Rockefellers, because they make their money off investments. They get sleep money.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't trying to go out here and find the best. Oh, I get $60 an hour. And if you work for 2 hours, you got $120. So go on about your business, $60 an hour.
Right. Yeah. Because by the end of the weekend, you're broke again anyway.
You broke again. Just over broke. That's all a job is, man.
Yeah, just over broke, right?
Just over broke. But yeah, man, it's to that point, man, where we have to do. We really need to do more self development, man. But go ahead, Mike.
So let's talk about the emotional architecture. So basically, it's why the mind creates guilt. So with survivor's remorse, it's a form of misplaced responsibility. So assigned by the brain to make sense of an overwhelming event. So when trauma hits, the mind hates randomness. It wants a cause, a reason, or a narrative. That's why we always looking for somebody to blame for whatever happens.
Right.
And if no explanation exists, the mind creates one. And that's usually, it should have been me. So this illusion of responsibility gives the survivor something they can control, even if it hurts them. But like I said before, it makes no sense because you have no control.
Right.
So, but this is the thing the brain does. Then you have like Keith, you probably gonna really like some of this stuff because it goes right into the brain and what the different parts of the brain does.
In the neurosciences, yeah.
So like the psychological mechanism, cognitive dissonance.
Right.
So you lived while others didn't. So the brain tries to resolve the conflict. Or you have empathetic distress. So it's high empathy individuals feel the pain of others as their own.
Right.
Or moral reasoning. Good people shouldn't benefit from others' suffering. So guilt becomes a bridge between surviving and understanding the loss.
Yeah, that's a mess, man. But that
I'll chime in. I don't want to take over the whole conversation.
Dude, come on, narcissist. What does it say? What was conversation narcissist? Yeah,
Dr.
man.
Lord, yeah.
Yeah, it's all right.
Okay. So then you also have the identity collision. That's when you're saying, why me? So survivor's report, damn, I'm getting tongue tied.
Okay.
Survivor's remorse strikes at the core of personal identity. The survivor begins to question their worth. They feel unworthy of life, success, or happiness, and they compare themselves to the ones who didn't survive. And this creates a fractured self concept. So it's like before you'd be like, oh, I am who I am. But after this event, it's like I'm alive because someone else isn't. But still, it's not on you. It's not your fault. So You have to let it go. You can't say let it go and let God, but if you believe that, then God is at fault. God is the one who took them. You didn't. So
And,
now when we get into the neuropsychology.
okay.
So what the brain is doing. So the trauma rewires the brain in several ways. First, the amygdala overactivation. So the amygdala is the fear center. So it stays hyperactive, causing flashbacks, guilt
Mm,
loops, or emotional overwhelm.
yeah.
The hippocampus disruption. So the memory storage becomes fragmented. The mind replays scenes, tries to change events in the imagination, or searches for what you should have done. And
Mm,
this creates persistent, intrusive thoughts like, if I had moved faster, if
right.
I had warned them, if I
Right.
had taken their place.
That right
So
there.
these thoughts are neurological, not logical.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's
Yeah.
what
And
survivor's remorse is.
and you get
It's
a
an
lot of people.
illogical.
You get a lot of people doing that too, bro.
Yeah.
You know, and just that
It's,
little bit, you'll find yourself, man. Damn, I should have did it. I should have, if
hmm
we could have, and da da da. But it's like, just that's not your fault. We, like I say,
Right.
when that autopilot kick in, we do a lot of things like it
hmm
just comes natural. It's like an athlete who's a natural. You know what I'm saying? Allen Iverson.
Right.
He just loved back. He was a natural athlete. Deion Sanders, a natural athlete. Bo Jackson, natural athletes.
hmm
Didn't have to practice or nothing. I just do. I know what it is and I do. And then a lot of us, we have to force the
Mhm.
thoughts to come to the brain because we don't exercise enough. We don't exercise the mind enough. You can't hold a
Right.
intelligent conversation long enough without, you can't use intellectual words because you haven't did the homework,
Right.
and then that's what puts us back into that guilt place of, damn, like I feel ashamed because I'm not on the level of this conversation. But you shouldn't feel ashamed. You should embrace that moment and say, hey
Yes.
man, this is where I need to be because this is where I grow. This is where I learn. This is where I evolve past my peers, or I catch up to some peers who've already evolved.
hmm
You know what I'm saying? True enough, we're not in competition, but at the same time, you should be in competition with who you were last week,
Right.
who you
Absolutely.
were 5 minutes ago. I want to improve, but I can't sit around the block and improve. I can't. It doesn't work like that. Only way
Mm.
you can improve is to put yourself in a circle of people who are evolving, who are doing more, who are seeing more. And just because you go out of town, all you did was go to the tourist spot. You didn't get no
Right.
education from the locals.
hmm
You know what I'm saying? Take me to the ghettos of the hoods and be like, hey man, what y'all, how was it around here? This and that. You know what I'm saying? What's the deal around here? We hear it in the music all the time. But to go
Right.
firsthand and catch it, like Louisiana is a total vibe. You can't go there. You go to Louisiana, you gonna hear some real stories. New Orleans, Baton Rouge, you're
Sure.
gonna hear some real from some people who may be 120 years of age because they don't
Yeah.
eat what they eat, what y'all eat. They don't listen to what y'all listen to. And if you think you can get ahead by listening to what everybody else is listening to, you're wrong. Intelligent people don't listen to what half these people around here they don't want to be programmed by that
For
information.
real.
So that's why they do the research. That's why they dig up in that rabbit hole. They go down that rabbit hole on some great information. Now you up by 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, damn, man, let me. That's why I tell you, man, I got tablets, man. I keep me some tablets. I
Yep.
write this stuff down. So whoever find my room, they go in my closet and pull out them tablets. They're gonna be like, oh man, he was writing this down. Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Ain't just a bunch of porn under the bed. It's a bunch of notes for
Yeah,
getting
man.
ahead.
I definitely take
That's
notes
it.
all the time. Man, I can be sitting at the crib and on a Friday night, ain't doing nothing. I'm looking at how to critical think. You know what I'm saying? Critical thinking, ways to be better at critical thinking, ways to be more social. You just YouTube will have you out here all day, bro.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You going from one
sure.
episode to another.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's what we do,
Hmm.
man. But yeah, man. But you got to challenge them unfair thoughts, man. Them unfair self blame thing. You
Right.
got to challenge it because
Yeah.
it's easy
Yes, it's true.
to say it was me or it should have been me and all of that. But it's like, nah, let me challenge that. I don't wanna. It's like what was that? The Daffy Duck had the devil in the
The
God
devil and
on
the
his
angel.
shoulder.
Yeah,
You
the
know what I'm
angel
saying?
and the yeah.
Yeah, let me challenge this, man. Let me the devil over here doing this. Okay, he did that. Oh no, I ain't want to do that. And that's when he'll do that. Get off of my
Hmm.
shoulder. You know what I'm saying?
For real. So now we got the moral injury connection.
uh,
So survivor's remorse overlaps with what psychologists call moral injury. And moral injury, so it's a wound to your internal moral compass.
mm.
And a lot of people don't even know what their moral compass is, but most of us do.
Most of them don't have morals anymore. Ain't no more morals anymore,
Right.
bro.
They lost it. Yeah.
Yeah,
So they said this occurs when your survival violates your own values, or you think you failed someone. You
right.
lived while better people died. So in your mind, you're thinking this is a better person. They should have lived instead of me. Or you didn't act in a way you believe you should have. So
Mm.
this causes shame, self-blame, withdrawal, self-punishment, a sense of moral contamination. So it's
Mm.
like I did wrong by surviving.
Yeah,
And it's like this is it's not post-traumatic stress alone. It's post-traumatic guilt because you feel
mm.
guilty about surviving.
Right.
And then you have hyper responsibility. So that's a protector's burden. So,
Yeah,
like leaders, parents, protectors, soldiers, or even empathetic civilians often feel I should have prevented this, or I should have protected them. It was my job to keep them safe.
right,
So the
right.
belief that you had more power than you actually have,
You
and
definitely
this
ain't
is
got more
common.
power than God.
No, and it says this is actually common. This weight for the hyper responsibility comes among those people like military veterans, first responders, martial
Mm.
artists or protectors,
Okay.
survivors of group tragedies, or abuse survivors.
Mm.
So,
Yeah, man.
and then it says guilt comes from the protector identity clashing with human limitations. And
Oh.
remember when we were talking about the imposter syndrome?
Yeah.
Well, I was saying one thing about the military, they tell you that you're the baddest MF on the planet.
Yeah.
Like that saying, yea, do I walk through the valley, the shadow of death, I fear no evil, because I'm the baddest motherfucker in the valley. We all know it ain't true, but when something happens to one of your colleagues, like you on a mission, somebody gets hurt, you don't even want to go to the hospital to visit
Yeah.
because now you're faced with mortality. Because during the imposter syndrome, you feel like you're invincible. You're like, I'm
Mm.
Superman. Can't
Yeah.
nothing happen to me. But when you actually see it happen to one of yours, somebody that you with every day, training, y'all going through the same stuff, now all of a sudden it's like, damn, that could have been me. So now you start to realize there's kryptonite out there. I'm not Superman. So these are the things that happen. And then this is where that remorse comes from because you're thinking you can do it or you are more than what you are. Because
Right.
that complex of like that that I'm the best or I can do this or I'm the baddest, when all of a sudden you realize you're not, somebody else get killed. Now you're thinking, oh, if I had gotten to him faster, if I had have been in front, or say you're the point man and y'all walk into a minefield, somebody behind you steps on the mine, gets blown up. Now you wonder, why
Uh,
wasn't I the one to step on the mine? I went through first. Well, it
Because
just
you was
wasn't
better
your
than
time.
them.
or lucky.
I'm not sitting up there feeling guilty behind that. Like
No,
we,
you can't.
it's like we said the same thing. I'm the baddest, blah blah blah, and it's like
Yeah.
now look
Hmm.
at you, all in pieces. Like I guess I
Yeah,
am better than you.
exactly. And what happens? Life goes on. Cause
Yeah,
you
life
can't
Life
sit
goes
there
on.
thinking
Like
about,
goes
oh,
on.
the military
oh,
make y'all make those quotes and make those sayings or whatever, but you have to internalize that stuff. You got to believe it.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
mean,
that's the thing. You believe it, but then when reality hits, you realize that your beliefs ain't the reality.
Right.
So now you become human, you become mortal. You're no longer invincible. That's that chink in the armor that sinks a lot of people. That's why so
Yeah.
many people come back with PTSD because
Yeah.
they finally realize I'm not the baddest in the valley. There's somebody or something that took away all these people or these friends right around me, right beside me. But look at the ones who survived in battle. Now you go home, you got survivor's remorse walking across the street and get hit by a bus. It wasn't your time on the battlefield, but you in New York crossing the street. Okay, now it's your time.
but
So,
so I say I'm the baddest.
yeah, you survived the battlefield, but still, you didn't survive those streets. It's all boils down to the fact that when it's your time, it's your time. So worrying about why, how, or what you could have done, it makes no sense because you have no control. Basically, just that simple.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick on to the what I was saying, acknowledge your feelings.
Hmm.
Acknowledge
Hmm.
your, how you feel that day. That's what I done started doing lately, man. And I ain't gonna say lately, but it's been the last 3 months. I reflect at the end of my day, man. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? At the end of the day, man, what could I have done different today? How was my day? Did I make somebody smile today? Did I piss somebody off
Right.
today? Ask these type of questions so that way tomorrow is better. You know what I'm saying? You'll
Hmm.
start being more aware of how you interact with people and who deserves your best version. You got some people
True.
who deserve the old version of you because they're not gonna ever grow. So you give them the old version,
Yep.
Yeah.
and then you
Yep.
try to stay away from them type of people. But you pretty much the new people you meet, you gotta show them, hey man, this is what I'm on right here. And if you're not on that,
Mm.
just don't talk to them no more. I met this person, man. They live on the other side, and it was more or less like the doctor said this and the doctor said that, and I was like, I gave him some information, like, hey, you could do this, and check this person out. Oh well, nah, I'm off into my doctor. He said this, and I said, okay, I know. I just met you, and I don't even like you already.
Hmm.
Hey, it's like that sometimes. A lot of
Yeah,
people
man.
rather listen to what the doctor has to say.
Instead of digging up new information that we have.
Yeah.
And it's like it's new to us because we didn't know about it. Holistic healing. I ain't never
Right.
heard of it until 2 years, 3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Or well,
Yeah.
no, better matter of fact, when Dr. Sabi, 2019 or 18, when I heard
Hmm.
about Dr. Sabi dying. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you don't hear about these people. You don't hear about this information. And then when you when you learn it and you pass it on, you got people just feeling like, man, nah, bro, that ain't what I do. 10
Right.
years down the line, they turn back and look at you like, damn, man, you could have told me a little bit more. It's like, bro, you was in your own world. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah. You
Right.
wasn't
Yeah,
ready to listen.
you wasn't ready to listen. But then, you might not even be the one who he get the information from.
Right.
That's
Well,
what you want to
unless
Yeah.
process.
he tunes
But you
in to the man cast on YouTube.
right.
We here.
Right.
We posted.
Hey, what they say, we might not be the ones to change the world, but we'll plant the seed for those
That
who come
spark the
behind that change it.
brain that changes the world. That's what Tupac.
That's it.
That's
Yep.
my Tupac quote, man. I might not be the one who changed the world, but at least I can spark the brain that changes the world. Man,
That's it.
oh, Pop.
Hmm.
That's it. So
Brenda
let's
Had a
talk
Baby
about.
was a real song.
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
That's
Yep.
crazy.
yeah. So
But
was Hit
then
'Em Up.
she had survivor's remorse
Yeah.
because she wanted to go back and find her baby. And well, she
Hmm.
did. She went back and found the baby that she put in the dumpster. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, I heard that story on YouTube. YouTube got all the information, man. I don't know what they doing about this
Yeah.
TV. I wouldn't look at TV if I had a choice anyway.
Right.
Ain't nothing on to watch unless
Yeah,
you into reality shows. Nah, I ain't.
same old program. And they not even on regular TV. They on
Mm.
Bravo and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Then it's all made up.
Yeah.
Come
Real
For
on.
real.
Housewives of
A
Atlanta.
reality TV that's made up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oxymoron.
Hmm.
Yep. They got an agenda to push, and they pushing it. So
Yeah, yeah.
how do you believe the shit when you see that it's fake?
Hey, a lot of people don't believe that, that people are programming them.
Hmm.
You have so many people, man, it
Oh,
ain't
they
true.
don't.
You can't program me. Man, you look at the same show
Right.
every day. You watch the news every time it come on. You
Yep.
want to look at soap operas when they soap operas is doing the same shit since Victor Newman. I was in the 80s having to videotape these things on the VHS tape for my mama. So I would get involved, and then I come back a year later. Victor Newman, he the same dude, ain't aged or nothing. I'm like, bro, it's been 10 years and you still don't got a great beard. You
Yeah.
100.
Wow.
Victor Newman still look the same. I think
Still
all
Wow.
look
you
the same.
should.
Survivor's guilt, huh?
Yeah.
But nah,
Yeah.
these
Well, you still have a woman in trouble since
right,
'85.
right. Oh boy. Oh, excuse me, y'all. Oh.
You all right? Been a long
Well, I
day, huh?
tell you. Well, I get up every morning at 5, man, and get it started. Well, I get up about 4:50, 4:40, sometimes
Hmm.
3:30. That automatic alarm clock go off in my head, and I be like, you know what? If I go to sleep, I ain't gonna get nothing done. I gotta be at the
Mm.
gym at 5:30. If I'm not at the gym at 5:30, I feel like I ain't did nothing.
Mm. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Hey, it makes sense to me.
That's how it goes sometimes. We just be off in a different loop.
Hmm.
And then when you don't get that routine in first quarter, you like, damn, man, I'm forgetting stuff.
Mhm.
Like on some days when I don't go to the gym, I go to Home Depot about 5 times. It'd be like, bro, write the list. No, I just need one more
Right.
thing. Nah, I got it.
Yep. You always forget something.
I'm
You got to
always
go
forgetting.
back.
Yeah, when I don't get that morning workout in. Now I drink more tea early
Hmm.
first quarter. I don't drink coffee. I put that tea out there because I got these cinnamon sticks. I put the cloves with the cinnamon sticks, habit building. I love it.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah. So we have to build new habits in order to create a new world for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what I
Right.
love. And that will help you, with your survivor remorse. Because if you're not creating the new I don't even want to think
Mhm.
about
Hmm.
Right.
it. Yeah, it's like. But I like that. Yeah,
So,
habit building is definitely a key.
so here's one that you'll remember or think about: survivor's remorse and the shadow self.
Uh,
So, on a deep psychological level, surviving forces a person to confront their fear of death, their fear of responsibility, fear of meaninglessness,
yeah,
their suppressed emotions, and the shadow self, and that's the part of us that we don't want to face.
right.
So it forces you to ask, what is my purpose now? How do I live with this? Who am I after this event? So it's an existential crisis wrapped inside of trauma. And then we have the paradox of guilt and healing.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
survivor's
Okay.
remorse feels like a burden, But psychologically, guilt is also an attempt at loyalty to those who were lost. So
Okay.
it's a way of saying your life mattered, or it's an unconscious act of honoring the dead. So
Mhm.
healing doesn't mean forgetting; it means transforming the guilt into purpose and not punishment.
That's what I'm talking about.
Did you say survivor's remorse is like a marriage? 'Cause I had one of those. I survived.
Yo, me too, man. Me too. And I feel so much better.
Right.
Ain't no remorse.
No remorse.
None whatsoever. You
Oh
know?
man, that's too funny.
Yo. And so now we have so survivor's remorse is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of deep empathy, of a strong moral compass, a protective nature, or a mind trying to restore meaning and a heart that refuses to be indifferent.
Uh,
So it becomes destructive only when the survivor keeps carrying responsibility that was never theirs to hold.
man. Yeah, we
Uh,
said that at the beginning that you're gonna have them people,
yep,
man, who just don't want to leave. They don't want to
yeah,
leave it. They just cannot leave what was alone.
Hmm.
right. It's like they get more sympathy by living in it. They
Yeah,
always bring it up and looking for other people. Be like, oh, it'll be better. Oh, this happened. Nah,
I
you
know
don't
so
need to
many
get
people,
attention that way.
bro. I know so many people in this neighborhood. They throw the rock and then hide their hand and play the victim.
Yup.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, I seen you a mile away, pimp. I know the game. Quit playing with me. Man, what you
Mm-hmm.
talking about? I ain't, bro, come on, man. You can't flip it on me. I already know.
We
Yeah.
too old for that bullshit. Yep.
Boy, you can't tell them that though. You cannot tell some people that, man. And it's crazy, man, that you would think that, damn, I used to be like this. This what I
Mm,
was. To see yourself and look at yourself in the mirror and say, hey, man, this is the new person that I tell myself a lot, bro. I be like, hey, man, not today, partner. You ain't not today.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, you. If I see myself messing up, I look in the mirror. I don't care where I'm at, work, restaurant, wherever, and I had that deep conversation. Man, you better get it together right now. You got to change this right now. You can't
Right.
feel this type of way. You can't get your mind unwrapped from that right now, because that will hold you back. That will make your day. You will start chipping tile. You will start putting the vanity in wrong. You won't, you know what I'm saying? You
Hmm.
you find yourself doing so many things that's not you.
Yeah.
Right. So little mistakes. Hmm.
Yeah. That's what we do, man. Figure it out. That's all I can tell them.
Right.
What else you had, Mike?
That was basically it.
Oh, okay.
You
So
That
they
sure
was
had
still
it.
flipping them pages.
yeah, I
Huh?
thought you
I thought you was about to turn the page. I was on page 35.
No. Hey, can you guys believe this is actually the first time I got through all of the notes that I wrote on any topic that we've done?
Ironically,
I be
yes.
having pages that we
We
ain't
believe
even
it.
hit to.
them the pages right there. That's the blueprint and the mother pages, huh?
Yeah, I'm on my
Hmm.
third bag of popcorn.
The
He said, I gotta keep turning the camera off so I can eat my popcorn.
Yeah. Well, he's still talking.
Hey, well, hopefully it was informative.
It was
It
informative, brother.
was.
We appreciate the information, man. You
Give my
know.
voice a rest.
Hey,
Yeah. Allah.
yeah.
That's too funny,
But
man.
hey, I told you earlier, we ready.
We ready.
That
Oh
rock to
boy.
the back of the head didn't feel so good, but it was funny as hell.
Right. If you
Yeah,
don't
that
get
was
your
too
ass.
funny.
Yeah.
Man, that was too funny. But
Boy.
self-compassion. What do you think about self-compassion, man? It
Mm,
said we should practice more self-compassion so that we don't have the survivor's guilt, you know,
right. Yeah, that's
because it's
true.
like if you can't be empathetic to yourself, how do you give that to the world? How do you get that to
Right.
anybody else?
Right.
You're gonna
That's
feel
true.
that guilt. You're gonna be in that loop of, damn, it was, oh, I should have, oh man, I should have, I could have,
Hmm.
I wish man, it should have been. It's like we can't stay in that loop of thoughts. We cannot be in that loop because if we take more than 5 minutes on that thought process, we find ourselves behind the 8 ball about to get knocked in or knocked out,
Right.
whatever you want to look at it.
It's true.
We can't always be
Yeah.
out here putting too much into somebody else when they can change their mind at any time,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know.
And that's the problem because self-compassion goes along with self-care. Sometimes
Yeah.
you have to take care of yourself before you take care of somebody else. Because you
Self-preservation is
can't
the first
pour,
law of nature.
right? You
Willie B
cannot
said,
pour into a cup. I mean, if you empty, what are you going to pour into somebody else?
you can't.
So you got to take care of yourself first.
And the thing
Even on
is,
the airplane.
right,
Hmm?
we get that when people don't realize what I've realized, rather, let me say that. What I've started to realize is that I need to continue to pour myself, and the overflow, that's what you get. You don't get you
Hmm.
don't, I don't halfway fill my cup up and then give you some. No, you're going to get the overflow. I'm going to keep
Yes.
pouring into myself until it starts to spill over,
Yeah. It's
you
not like we
know?
pouring a glass of
Yeah.
wine. You just pour just a little bit, make sure everybody gets something now, homie.
That's why I drink wine by
Right.
myself, man. I don't drink
Right.
wine with people. It's like, you want a bottle? Because I know I'm going to finish this one.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah. Yeah, nah, this is this type of information, man. If you heard it, if you didn't hear it, I believe that it could help, with somebody, teenage girls, teenage boys. Nowadays, these teenage boys need more help too. But I
Shoot.
believe that these
For
these
real.
these notes that we've taken, this information, is gonna make your teenager really be more aware of who they are,
Yeah.
because they can't be guilty. They can't find themselves in a place of um lack of thoughts, and not
Hmm.
creating the new habits and not building the new habits. And it's like, you can create them, but you got to build them too. You got to keep them going. But I like that,
Right.
the fact that we came up, that brother Dr. Love came up with this topic to give us more awareness of the people that we need to be aware of, because
Yep.
you can
For
have
real.
that survivor's guilt. You can be sad for the moment. You can be, in that funk for longer than you should be when it's
Mhm.
not necessary. So I just say, man, if you know, you know. You don't know, go to YouTube, like, subscribe, and share the Elite Mancast.
Hmm.
Mancast is one word. And we gonna give you the information, baby.
For real. For real.
We got some good topics over here, man, and we definitely do our research. Michael said he don't never get to finish his research pages, but hey, that's what we doing, man. We out here researching the information, because it's necessary. It's very
Yeah.
necessary to bring more awareness to the Black community, man, about us, man, about the things we do, about the things we shouldn't do, about the small emotions that we carry a little bit too far, rather.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So hey, man, oh man, go ahead. Yeah, I forgot. We got, what's the go out? What we going out with? I was about to close the show.
Oh,
What you got
wow.
for us, Dr. Love? What you got for us?
I want
Some
to say,
insightful stuff.
one man's remorse is another man's reminiscence.
Reminisce.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
Sprinkle me,
Wow.
man. Sprinkle me, man.
Yeah. On
Nice.
my
Nice.
E40.
Yeah. Come on,
That'll
Mike.
work.
What you got?
All right. I'm going to say that surviving isn't betrayal, it's responsibility. So now the question becomes, What will you do with the life you still have?
Live it. Better do all
That's
you
it.
can do, man. Get all the new information, become the
That's it.
best version of yourself, and keep on doing the best things in life. But what I'm gonna say is this right here, man. Stay aware of who you are at this moment. Reflect at the
Mm.
end of the day. Put your guide on at the beginning of the day to say, hey, these are the things that I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna make somebody smile today. I'm gonna do something that I haven't done today. I'm gonna learn a new word today. It's always has to create these new habits of saying, hey, this is what I want to do new today. And then at the end of the day, reflect on it and say, hey man, did I make somebody smile? Or did I learn a new word? Did I put myself in a better position? Always remember, progress, you don't never hear a tree grow. You never see a tree grow
Mm.
until you go back to that tree. 2 years later,
Right.
you're not thinking about the tree growing. But all of a sudden, you're like, damn, when this tree get here? It's like these buildings they putting up
Mm.
now. They put these buildings up in 2 seconds, man. We can't even ride down the block.
They building subdivisions within like 2 months, like
That
a,
right
a
Yeah.
there.
whole new subdivision.
For real.
Yeah, man. So,
For
oh
real.
man, we just want to let y'all know, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in, and we appreciate the input. That I like that habit building and and the people remembering the past and all that kind of stuff. But man, next week we're gonna have another great topic, some more information for y'all to look into, and do your own research as well. You know what I'm saying? So it might help somebody in
Yeah.
your family, but you didn't even know what it was. You didn't know how to approach it. So hey, tune in to the Mancast, and we're gonna help y'all out.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Until next week, y'all.
Oh.
Peace.
Peace. Great one, fellas.
Great show.